You all are very well fine? Okay, so be careful here. Children, take care of your health. And children, today we are going to learn chapter 5. Name of the chapter is Europe. The remaining part of this lesson we are going to learn, children. And here I am calling your friend Afrin once again for reading the lessons. So children, while reading, you have to open your social studies textbook, page number 50, and concentrate properly. So come on, Afrin, read here. Western Europe. Okay, showers all year round. Come on, start.
Western Europe showers all year round. The western lights which blow throughout the year also bring ample moisture to northern and western Europe. Since these winds blow from the sea, they carry a lot of moisture and regularly cause rainfall. Therefore, it rains throughout the year. In northern and western Europe, while it rains only for a few months in our country, there are light showers all around the year. In western Europe, the sky is usually clouded, while we in India eagerly await cool showers. The people of western Europe await bright sunny days.
Okay, Afrin. So here children, Western Europe showers all year round. The western lights which blow throughout the year. Also, western lights, these are the winds, children. And which winds will be called the western lights? You know that? Yes, they western lights winds blows from the southwest towards to the northwest. The winds blows southwest towards to the northwest are called western lights. So here they told about western lights. Western lights, what they told here? The western lights which blow throughout the year. Throughout the year, the western lights blows. Also bring ample moisture to northern and western Europe. And also brings what? Ample moisture. Wetness. Moisture in the sense wetness. Since these winds blow from the sea, they carry a lot of moisture and regularly cause rainfall. So these western lights brings moisture as they blows from the sea. They carry a lot of moisture and regularly cause for the rainfall. Therefore, it rains throughout the year in northern and western Europe. So due to this, it is the rains throughout the year in northern and western Europe, while it rains only for a few months in our country. There are light showers all around the year in western Europe. The sky is usually clouded, while we in India eagerly await cool showers. The people of western Europe await bright sunny days. See children, in our India what for we wait, children? Okay, we eagerly wait cool showers, and the western peoples eagerly await for the bright sunny days, because whole year it's a rainy days due to the western lights. Okay, and in our country it is a hottest country. Okay, and we are waiting for the cool showers, and the western peoples are waiting for the bright sunny days. Controversy is there, no? Yes. So children, again see further, western Europe also benefits in other ways from the Gulf Stream. The warm currents are very good for fish breeding, as they contain ample of food material for the fishes. As a result, the fishery industry is well developed in the North Sea near Britain. The part of the North Sea is called Dogger Bank. Fish is an important part of the food of the Europeans, and fishing is a very important industry in Europe. Western Europe also benefits. What are the benefits are there? Okay, the Gulf Stream is helping to them to receive the benefits. The warm currents are very good. The warm currents which are blows from the Gulf Stream, it is a very good for the fishing, fish breeding, Okay, they contain ample food material for the fishes. As a result, the fishery industry well developed in the Western Europe, children, and North Sea near Britain. This part of the North Sea is called, what it is called, children? The part of the North Sea is called Dogger Bank. What is called? Dogger Bank. What is the part of the North Sea is called? The question will be asked for you. So you have to write the answer. The part of the North Sea is called Dogger Bank. Fish is an important part of the food of the Europeans, and fishing is a very important industry in Europe. Mediterranean climate in southern Europe. Look at the countries of southern Europe. They have the Mediterranean Sea to their south. So they are called Mediterranean countries. The lands along the Mediterranean Sea have a distinct climate called the Mediterranean climate. What is the Mediterranean climate? The land along the Mediterranean Sea have a distinct climate that is called Mediterranean climate. The Mediterranean countries are the southernmost countries of the Europe. As a result, the winters here are not too cold and summers are warm. It does not rain all through the year as in Western Europe. The westerlies blow here during the winter months only. The westerlies blow here during the winter months only. These winds brings rain to the Mediterranean countries. In other words, it rains here only in winter. Such rainy winters and dry summers are termed as Mediterranean climate. So what is the Mediterranean climate, children? Rainy winters and dry summers are termed as a Mediterranean climate. Several regions in other continents to have a Mediterranean climate. This climate is very good for growing juicy fruits. This Mediterranean climate is very good to growing juicy fruits. Thus, regions with Mediterranean climate are famous for their fruits. Fruits like olives, figs, grapes, oranges, etc. are grown extensively in southern Europe. So, southern Europe, the climate is Mediterranean climate. What is the Mediterranean climate? Okay. Rainy winter and dry summers. This climate is very good for growing fruits trees, juicy fruits trees. So what are the juicy fruits trees they are growing there? Grapes, figs, olives and oranges. So children, 4 seasons. We'll see 4 seasons. What 4 seasons there are? Okay. In our country we have 3 seasons. In our India country we have 3 seasons, children. Winter, summer and rain. However, most European countries have 4 seasons. They are winter, spring, summer and autumn. So see children, in our country we have 3 seasons. Winter, summer and rainy. But in the European countries they have 4 seasons. Which are they? Winter, spring, summer and autumn. The look of the land changes according to the seasons and the agricultural routine changes too. The transformation of a place over these seasons can be seen in the pictures given in the next place. Now winter season, how is the winter season, see children? As November approaches, it begins to get cold. As November month approaches, it begins to get cold. December onwards, it gets very cold, and December onwards, it is very cold, and snow begins to fall once in a while. It snows heavily on the mountains and less on the plains. The sun shines once in a while. The sun rises very late in the day, at about 9 or 10 o'clock, and sets by 4 o'clock in the afternoon. See children, in the winter season begins November. When November approaches, winter begins. Okay, when December approaches, it is very cold. Okay, and it starts to begin snowfall also, and sun shines once a day in a while, some minutes. Okay, and the sun rises very late. Maybe it is 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock, and it sets in 4 o'clock. Afternoon only. The overcast sky sky makes it over even darker. Broad-leaved trees shade their leaves in winter and stand entirely leafless. What is the trees condition, see children? The trees leaves their the trees shade their leaves and stand entirely leafless in the winter season. Now how is the spring season? The landscape begins to change as March comes. The days get longer and the nights shorter. How are in the days into the spring? Days are longer and nights are shorter. The snow begins to melt. In the spring season, the snow begins to melt and new shoots appear on the trees. New shoots, small new leaves are coming onto the trees. Fresh green leaves appear and colorful flowers bloom everywhere. So spring is very pleasant season. There also children, new shoots are coming onto the trees and the trees are blossoming the new flowers and fruits. Lush green grass begins to grow on the pasture. Okay, the fields are plowed in the spring and sowing is done during this season. Wheat, barley, corn, sugar, wheat and oats are the principal crops. So which crops they are sowing there? Wheat, barley, corn, sugar, wheat and oats. Now summer, how is the summer season, children? It is summer from June to August. What is the summer season period? June to August. It does not rain much and there is more sunshine. So no rain in this period and more sunshine will be there. The day are longer than our country too. The sun rises are as early as 4 o'clock in the morning and sets after 8 o'clock in the evening, like our country. In fact, in the northern countries like Sweden, the sun does not set at all. See children, in the Sweden country, sun does not set at all. These countries are called lands of midnight sun. So these countries are called lands of midnight sun. So question will be asked you, what are the countries? Okay, what are the countries? Which countries are called lands of midnight sun? So what you will write? Sweden, the country which the sun does not set at all. So these countries are called lands of midnight sun. Nevertheless, it does not get very hot. This is because the sun does not rise high on the sky and remains close to the horizon where the earth and the sky seem to meet. Summer is the season of agriculture in Europe. Crops mature in this season. There is no need for irrigation as the occasional showers are sufficient for the crops. At the end of summer, the crops are ready to be harvested. So children, turn the page 51 and open 52. Again I am calling here Afrin. She is reading here autumn season. Okay na? Page number 52, autumn.
Autumn. The climate changes once again in September and October. Tree leaves turn red and yellow and begin to fall. Agricultural operations are wound up. Hay is cut and dried for feeding farm animals in winter. Grapes and other fruits are plucked and used for making wine, jams and juices of various kinds and preserved in other forms. Land and agricultural. European plains and river valleys are very fertile. It rains here all through the year and the rivers also do not dry up in any season. As a result, the plains are highly suitable for agriculture. Some countries have very little agricultural land. For example, only 3% of the land in Norway is available for cultivation. 30% of England is cultivable, while in Germany.
Thank you, Afi. So children, here see autumn. The climate changes once again in September and October. Trees leaves turn red and yellow and begin to fall. So climate changes once again in September and October, and trees leaves turn to red and yellow color and begin to fall. Agricultural operations are wound up. Hay is cut and dried for feeding farm animal in winter. Grapes and other fruits are plucked and used for making wine, jams and juices of various kinds and preserved in other forms. So this season is what, children? Trees are turning into red and yellow color and begin to fall. Agricultural operations also are stopped and the crops are cut and dried for feed. The dried crops are cut and feeding from animals. Grapes and fruits also plucked and using for making wine, juice and jams and various kinds and preserved into the forms. Now land and agriculture will see, children. European plains and river valleys are very fertile. It rains here all through the year and the rivers also do not dry up in any season. As a result, the plains are highly suitable for agriculture. However, a large part of Europe is mountainous and not suitable for agriculture. Some countries have very little agricultural land. For example, only 3% of the land in Norway is available for cultivation. 30% of England is cultivable, while in Germany it is above 40. This is very different form of country. In India, as much as 50% of the land is cultivable. Okay, there is, and so what they told here, children, the river valleys are very fertile in European plain. It rains all throughout the year, and the rivers also do not dry up. Okay, so as a result, the plains are highly suitable for agriculture. However, a large part of Europe is mountainous and not suitable for agriculture. So Europe is mountainous and not suitable for agriculture. Some countries have very little agricultural land. Which countries are there, children? Norway is having only 3% of agricultural land. England is having 30% agricultural land, and this Germany is having 40%. So, and our India country is having 55% of agricultural land. There is an acute shortage of land in Holland. The people of Holland, the Dutch, have reclaimed small portions of land from sea by building embankments called dikes to push back the sea. The land that is reclaimed is called polder. In eastern and northern Europe, it is not possible to cultivate the land in winter, as snow covers it for almost 6 months. The snow begins to melt only in spring, leaves very little time for crops to ripen. It is in spring that sowing takes place and crops ripen in the summer months and are ready for harvest in autumn. As a result, it is possible to raise only one crop in a year in these parts. However, in southern Europe, it is possible to raise 2 crops in a year. So this is a condition of cultivation. Wheat is the main crop in the European plains. Which main crop in the European plains? They will ask a question. Wheat is the main crop in the European plains. You have to give the answer. It is grown extensively in France, Germany, Russia, Ukraine, Poland, Italy, Greece, etc. We have seen that fruit cultivation is prominent in southern Europe. Fruits like grapes, are used for making wine. The Mediterranean countries like Portugal, Spain, Italy and southern France are famous for their wines because the Mediterranean climate is good for the fruit growing. Barley, oats, sugar beet, potato, etc. are also important crops of Europe. Sugar is manufactured from beet in Russia, Ukraine and Germany. Now agricultural revolution will see, children. Europe was like Asia, a continent of small farmers and landlords. However, over the last two centuries, this has changed so drastically that only a very small section of the population practices agriculture and there are no small farmers in India. This happens due to technological revolution, which enable farmers to cultivate large tracts of land with a very little labor. Machines, chemical fertilizers, etc. came to be used extensively in farming and the product of farming was now mainly for sale in the market. At the same time, large landowners and capitalists took over the agricultural land from the small farmers who abandoned agriculture and took employment in the cities, in industries or other service. So, the condition of the small farmer is very critical in this Europe because technology, with the help of technology, the agriculture work is doing there, they are doing the agriculture work. Okay, so these small farmers getting the jobs in the industries or in other service. European farms today. Most of the cultivation in Europe is carried out in large farms, more than 50 to 100 acres in size. Generally, farmers build their houses in their own farms. The farmhouses are usually very large and have a number of rooms for different purposes. Sheds for animals, godowns for storing grains, coops and sites for poultry and pigs. So farmhouse has the large spacious place, okay, where the many rooms, the number of rooms for different purposes are there. So rooms for the sheds for the animals, godowns storing for the grains, coops and sites for the poultry also, poultry and pigs. These pig farms hire laborers to work on their fields. They also use heavy machines like tractors and harvesters. Almost the entire product is sold in the market. Sometimes the farmers also hire machines from nearby cooperative societies. So hay bales after the see here picture figure 5.3. Okay, hay bales after the harvest which will be stored as fodder for winter. See like this. They are preserving the hay bale. Now turn the page number 53 and open the page number 54. Again I am calling a reference, she will read for you that. Page number 54. Large holding, she will read for you children. Page number 54, large holding.
Large holding and mechanized farming enable European farmers to earn a good income. They live in comfortable houses. Equipped with modern amenities, they use gas and electric stoves for cooking about 50 years ago. Most European farmers bake their own bread. Now they sell off most of their produce and buy their bread from the market. Daily several varieties of bread and cakes are available in nearby towns. Fresh meat, which is an essential part of French diet, is obtained from poultry, cattle and pigs of the farm. Meat is also preserved by smoking, drying and or freezing. All houses have ladders or cellars to store meat, cheese and wine. Now they are also stored in large cold storages.
Thank you, Afrin. So children, here the farmers obtain most of the things of their requirement from the nearby towns. Besides bread and other food items, they also obtain agricultural tools and machines from nearby towns. Now modern agriculture, how it is there, see. In Europe, agriculture is practiced as commercial enterprises, just as any industry. The farmers make his living by selling their entire produce and getting all of their requirements from the market. The agricultural technology they use also requires the use of hybrid seeds, chemical fertilizers, pesticides, etc. In the modern technology, in the modern agriculture, they are using high fertilizers, pesticides and chemicals and hybrid seeds, children. Now, discovery of sea roots, children. See here, discovery of sea roots. No part of Western Europe is too far from the ocean. In contrast, many countries of Asia are thousands of kilometers from the sea. There are thousands of such seaside settlements where seafaring people have been living for hundreds of years with centuries of experience of sea travel. The European sailors were famed for their skill and skilled in building boats and ships. They were also skilled in building boats and ships. So, initially, ships were built and used for fishing in deep seas. Later on, they are used for international trade also. From the very ancient times, the people of Europe have been trading with India and other countries of Asia like Indonesia and China. From these countries, Europe obtained many goods like cotton, silk, cloth, jam, ivory and spices such as cloves, pepper and cinnamon that were not available in Europe. So children, what they are doing? They are interchanging that goods, children. From these countries, Europe have been trading with India and other countries. So Europe is trading with India and other countries and taking what from those countries. Europe is obtaining many goods. What type of goods obtaining? Cotton, silk, cloth, jam, ivory, spices such as cloves, pepper and cinnamon that were not available in Europe countries. The Europeans got these in exchange for gold and silver. So Europeans are selling us gold and silver, and we are giving them silk, cotton cloth, jams, ivory, spices, cloves, peppers and cinnamons, which they brought from Europe. Do you know what route they took from Europe to India? Look at map 7. See this map 7, you have to see the route from Europe to India. So what is they shown here? Zero equator. Okay, map 7 trade routes. Route of Columbus. Arrow is there, see, brown color arrow, that is route of Columbus. That Europe to India. Trade winds. Trade winds are the thicker arrows. And red and yellow arrows, trade winds. Okay, and old land route to India is that red and yellow dots. Okay, that old route. India's old route to the Europe. In which two major routes are given. Both the routes crossed the Mediterranean Sea, while one of them took a land route via the Middle East, Iran and Afghanistan. The other route took a sea route via the Red Sea and the Arabian Sea. There are the two routes, children. One route is a land route via the Middle East, Iran and Afghanistan. The other route is a sea route, okay, via the Red Sea and Arabian Sea. One is the land route, one is the sea route is there. About 500 years ago, the West European sailors and traders began to search for new routes to India. This was because both the routes mentioned above passed through countries ruled by the Arabs, who were often at war with the Europeans. Further, most of the trade in the Mediterranean Sea was controlled by Italian merchants who did not let it traders of other countries. That is why the sailors of the other countries began to look for routes to India that did not have to pass through the Mediterranean Sea or the Arab-ruled countries. Now children, here see the page number 55. Columbus set out the three ships in 1492 to cross the Atlantic Ocean. After 3 months of sailing, he saw land ahead. Columbus thought that he had reached India. Actually, he was still far from India. He had reached the country which we now call the West Indies. These are a group of islands near America. In fact, Europeans did not know of America before Columbus. In a way, they stumbled onto America. Soon Europeans realized that Columbus had not reached India, but a new unknown continent. After that, several Europeans went to America to trade, conquer and settle there. So children, page number 56 open. The ships of those times had sails to harness wind power. They sailed with the ease with the winds blowing westwards towards America. Were they the westerlies? No, they were not the westerlies, which blew towards Europe. These were different winds, which blew from the south of Europe towards the southwest direction. They blew throughout the year and took ships from southwest Europe to the east coast of America. They are called trade winds. So what are the trade winds, children? Okay, which blew, the wind which blows from south of Europe towards to the southwest direction. They blew throughout the year and took ships from southwest Europe to east coast of America. They are called trade winds. So this is very important. You have to keep in mind. The westerlies blow from the southwest to the northeast to the southwest. In other words, the two winds blow in opposite directions all through the year. This helped Europeans to travel and from America easily. Travel to America easily. They could go to America using the trade winds. So children, this is a European country, the trade, the climate, the everything we learned, children. So they give given here questions also. Go through the questions, take the help of the study material and write this question answers, children. So today's our Sakshi work is write like this, Sakshi. 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 Subject write social studies. Social studies. Class write 7th class. Homework write. Learner write chapter 5 question and chapter 5 question and answers in HW 110. Here PS and TX. So children, after completing the homework, send me the WhatsApp photocopy of homework given WhatsApp number. So we will meet with another lesson. Here we completed chapter 4. We will meet with another lesson in another session. Until then, bye bye children.